Well, I've got, well, actually, that's not peppers. I don't know what that is, but something growing in there. These are jalapeno peppers, and they are the mild, the tame. These are the ones that's crossed with the bell pepper, and I love these things. I got 6 pots here, and I got 1, 2, I got 3 pots with 2 in them. I may try to pull them up and root them in another pot. I want some of these things. I love them. I love them pickled. Now, I have watched 3 different videos of, I don't want to call them, they may be expert wannabes, I don't know. But all 3 of them has a different way of rooting these azaleas. However, they're showing the start of it, but they don't show the finished product, which I don't like. So I went out here and I've took some new cuttings, and I got one that's pretty woody because this lady, she took one, she put it in a cup of water, and she rubbed aloe gel all over it, and she mixed some aloe in the water. And later on, she showed this thing with roots on it. So I don't know. I'm going to try that too. This other guy, they all got different ways. And so far, the only thing that I have got that I was trying to root is this one here. And it's still alive and it looks good. And I've got it in a soupy soil water mix, but I don't see no dang roots coming up on this thing. But now it's alive. It's not dying, so whoop, maybe that's roots right there. Oh boy, hold on, I gotta put my glasses on. Gotta put my glasses on. Let me put this down here where I can see this. I believe I see some roots coming out on that thing. And I do. No, I don't. That might be roots forming on it, trying to form on it. I'm going to keep after it. I'm going to keep after it. That's azaleas too. I want to root some now. I'm going to take these inside and prep them and everything, get them ready. And what I'm going to stick them in are the pellets, you know, the little round thing that swells up. I'm going to do some that way, and I'm going to do some in the water. And I've been told by somebody, and he hasn't identified himself lately, that you can't root azaleas in water. So I don't know if that's the truth or not, you know. These guys and ladies, one of them I was watching was a lady, And I've noticed they love to spend about half the video just talking about what they're going to do and everything. And they finally get around to showing you what they're going to do, but they don't show you if they show you something finished, it's not the same plant they started with, that I can tell. I don't know, but I'm dang sure gonna, if it's pretty tomorrow, I may just not even take these inside. I may just leave them out here in the water and come back out here in the morning. But this woody one, it's not really woody. It's still nice and green. I'm gonna put that thing in a cup of water, but I'm gonna do the aloe thing with it. I'm gonna do like she was doing it, and she showed one like that was rooted. That would be great if I could root that. But if I could ever figure out how to do this, I love these jalapenos. Ah, man, I'm coming up short this month on some stuff, and I've got one jar I've about gone through that was left in my jalapenos. I can get them on Amazon, but they're 2 for $12, and they're $2.19 a jar at Walmart. My daughter says every time she goes to get them for me, they're out of stock. And I'm buying them. She's not going to have to buy them. And I told her I wanted 6 jars. Oh, man, sakes alive. I think I can make 6 jars last a month. If I go in there a couple of times a day. I go in there a couple of times a day, and I get a slice of cheese or a slice of salami or bologna, whichever is handy. And I put that big old piece of cheese in my mouth, and then I put about 4 or 5 rings of that jalapeno out of the jar in my mouth, and that's such a delicious snack. I love it. So I can make a jar last about 4 or 5 days. So 6 jars should do me and see, I'm trying to keep from eating things, and these don't hurt me diabetic wise. Matter of fact, that may help. But I'll tell you one thing, them little oyster crackers I've been eating, and I'm glad they're all gone. I get me a handful of them things, throw them in my mouth, and then I get about a half a teaspoon of butter, and you know, you know that ain't good for me at all. Oh, but I love it. And if I had any butter left over, I probably would have went in there and smeared it on a piece of bread and eat. I love butter, but I love the jalapeno peppers, the mild ones, better. Gosh, I love that stuff. And by the way, can I show you? No, it'd be too hard to get to them. I'll show you tomorrow. I have got rubber plants that are rooted. I've got some leaves that's rooted, or growing roots starting. They're not ready to come out yet. I got one that's a top cutting that I took off of one, and it's got some about 1/4 inch roots sticking out of it. So hallelujah. I want to put a couple of them. I want to get them rubber plants up a pretty good size. I wish we had more window light stuff in that house. I love them rubber plants. But I probably got about 15 of them that's either growing roots or trying to grow roots, you know. But man, they it's coming together. And all this other stuff, you know, let me show you. I think I showed these to you before, but that is my why am I forgetting the name? It's something dewdrop. My memory does that. I got 6 up there, and they're looking good, and I got 1 down here. It's looking good. What else was I going to show you? This is the dewdrop bush I got. It's looking great. Now, I'm itching to take some more cuttings off of this and get some more of these. They're right there. That's the gardenias. I want to start some more gardenias, and I've got to start planning where to cut to make it bush out the way I want it to bush out. Boy, right there's an ideal cutting right there. There's several on there like that. Look at that. Gosh, I can't pull the name out of my brain. Is it morning? No. Lisa's probably chuckling. What is that? It's something dewdrop. Oh my gosh. That worries me when I forget stuff like that, and I'm gonna have to come out here. I'm gonna have to come out here tomorrow and cut some of these pets. Look at that. Look at that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 on that one limb. I see 4 on that limb. I see about 3 or 4 on that one. I see 2 or 3 on that one. They're just everywhere. This thing is, but it's the full strength jalapeno. Jennifer said, "Why don't I take when I got some blooms on the if I got blooms on my bell peppers down there at the same time I got blooms on here and cross pollinate them and see if I can't make some mild ones." I don't know. I don't know if that's how you do it or not. But I'm hoping I can get my plants up big enough where I can start getting some. It takes about 50 days before they bear after you start a plant, a seed, and I'm already got a bunch over here. Anyhow, boy, my daughter is really upset now. On my live stream last night, she come in and talking about Nisha and how upset she. Nisha's a family friend, and Nisha's one that took a vacation with Jennifer and the boys a few months back. And then she come in a while ago, all crying and everything, and Nisha is now, she's on full ventilator, and she's in a coma, and it's a medically induced coma. I don't know why they do that. I guess because when they're on that ventilator, that thing goes down in the throat, and she's petrified. She's scared to death. Now, I know some of you say you wouldn't take one of them shots at all, the vaccines and stuff, and Keisha refused to take the shots a couple of months back, and now she's come down with it, and it's a bad case of it. It's a bad case. Fortunately, they can't get visitors or anything on that ward. It's the same ward I was on. But we have a very close family friend that's a nurse on that ward, and she keeps my daughter appraised of what's going on and everything. And now the nurses on that ward, they've offered them, if they will take a 4th day, in other words, an extra day, it's 3 days, it's 12 hours on, 12 hours off for 3 days, then they're off for 4 days. Now they're offering them $250 an hour if they'll take that 4th day. And if they'll take that 4th day, it's not $250 an hour just for that day. Their whole pay reverts to $250 an hour. I can't even comprehend now. And Rosa won't take it. Rosa won't take it. But Rosa's, man, it's very stressful. I don't know why she become a nurse if it was going to stress her out that much and everything. But boy, it's got a hold of her. One day she lost 3 patients in a day. Now I read somewhere that this thing's COVID's supposed to be slowing down, but you can't prove it by what's going on around us. Donovan hadn't had a vaccine. He wants to get a vaccine, but his last blood test he had about a month ago, he said that it still showed up with the COVID-19 antibodies. I don't know exactly how that works, but so if it's showing up in him, because we all had it about the same time, and it's been a year later, a little over a year now. Anyhow, guys, I'm hoping it rained a lot, not a lot today, but enough to where I couldn't come out and relax, and do what I want to do. But anyhow, this will be it for this video. It won't be long. And I wanted to say my paid month on StreamYard expires today, and they were going to charge me again for the next month. So I went in there and I closed that out and signed back up for the free version, where I only get 20 hours. So I'm going to budget my time on my live streams. Technically, I could do 21-hour live streams. But I'm gonna do my 3, and I'm gonna limit them to about an hour and 15 minutes each. And so that should give me some extra time to do something extra if I want to. And they sent me an email and wanted me to fill out a thing about why I switched back to the free version. And I told them it was just real simple, well, they sent me a thing at the end of it when I switched back, and I put in there, the truth is, I just can't afford it right now. And I wasn't going to depend on somebody like Naparuski come in there and pay it again when I can get 20 hours free. Then they sent me an email, you know, and stuff, and told me you can refer other people to StreamYard, but it has to be people that pays for the 20, at least the $25 a month for me to get credit for it. And I get so much each time somebody does that, and he says that could help pay the bill. Well, yeah, but I don't know anybody that I could switch to it. Anyhow, that's my video. I'll catch you in the next one, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. The reason I ain't got my hat on, I'm holding my hat here because my camera's on. This camera's still giving me a lot of problems now. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I got to get this stuff on eBay that I want to sell, and try to get enough money to buy me another GoPro. Those GoPros, I don't, they're not. For what you pay for them things, you would think. I wore out two. And I think that's probably what's wrong. And I ain't heard a blasted thing about my scooter. They sent me a new cover for it the other day that come. That was Monday. I got another package today, and I thought it was a new charger for it, but it wasn't. It was a blood pressure thing. They want me to start tracking my blood pressure. And that comes to the VA, and what was my blood pressure was like I think it was 134/60 something. Not too bad. Anyhow, I'm out of here. See you in the next one.